What's good, everybody? Oh my God, I'm holding a edited copy of my very first book. I received 2 edited versions. I have a total of three editors. I have a total of 3 editors for this book. All 3 of them are teachers. 2 of them are authors. So I was trying my best to be very intentional with who I wanted to, help me in this process. People, all 3 of them, I respect very much. But I was able to pick up the last edited version of my very first book. And of course, I had to get on here and not just update y'all, but document this day. Document what I'm feeling. I had some time to process last night, and I'm just so grateful. And I want to be able to look back on this later on down the line, because it took me close to 4 years to even write this book, out of just fear and just, you know what I'm saying? At first, I was on some, what am I even going to talk about? You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of people. I'll say it started at one of my jobs from like 10 years ago, where people would ask me or just try to convince me that I should write a book. And I just used to be like, I don't know about all that. Like, I'm gonna just stick to just encouraging people on a person by person basis and just keep it going, plant the seeds when I can and just do that like that. But God created us for more than that. Not saying that that's not important and it doesn't hold its place, right? But God created us to live a life of abundance. Not just live life, but live it more abundantly. That means getting the most out of it. And you can't do that when you playing it safe. You can't do that when you're not stepping outside of your comfort zone, when you're not pushing yourself out of the mentally confining limits of your own, your own mentality, your own brain. Because your thoughts will keep you from doing so much. That's why this channel is so important to me. That's why this book is so important to me, because perspective has so much. It can make you or break you. The way you see something can make or break you. That's why that whole full glass empty analogy is so incredible. It's so simple, but it's so profound. It's so rich in its own right, because that's exactly what makes the difference in the way we experience life, in the way we live our life, in the way we follow our dreams and create these goals and different things. Like, do you see the glass as half empty or half full? So my channel is really based around that. Like, yes, of course we deal with so much in life and it's hard, but we have to have a mental system, a spiritual system, a physical system, you know what I'm saying? An emotional system in place to where we can combat the different things that life can throw at us, the adversities, the struggles. And for me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I love books. I love reading books. I love podcasts. I love interviews. I love music. I love psychology. Like, if I was to ever go back to school right now, it would probably be something in psychology, because I just love learning about human behavior, the psyche, just the way we navigate things based off of our experiences in life, how childhood and how our childhoods and the way that we were brought up, how it affects us, how trauma changes the way we see life and the people in it, like our relationships, like all of that goes back to like the psyche. You know, we can go through so much, but like your mind and the shifts that you make up here will change eventually how you feel. It kind of puts me in the mind of like when people say that you have to forgive for you, it ain't for the other person. And at first it's hard to conceptualize that, like in your heart, but mentally it makes sense, because if you're freeing yourself from that bondage, that power that that person has over you, it don't mean that you don't forget. It don't mean that you don't learn. That's what lessons are for. Like, for there you learn, you know what I'm saying? So you can take that pain and turn it into something, but it starts with the way that you see your pain, see that experience. So anyway, this book and being able to pick up this meant so much to me. Now I can focus on what I want the cover of the book to look like, what I want the dimensions of the book to be, polishing up the format. Once I go in and make these changes in it, you know, I can think about publishing, you know, just continuing those steps. Because for me, even in journaling, I learned something about myself. I don't do well with thinking about the whole picture for too long. It's cool to have flashes of that, but for me, just me personally speaking, it is overwhelming for me to think about it for too long, because then I end up procrastinating. So I have to do things in increments. So I was very focused, and it was very important for me to just focus on writing out what I want to say. Just write it out. After I write it out, I can now start to think about the next steps, the next stages in this process. But if I try to do everything at one time, I never do anything. And I understand that every single thing that I'll have to do in life won't be in my control to make that decision. But when I'm able to make that decision, I want to be able to make that decision in one step at a time. Some stuff you got to just boom, you got to just go. You know what I'm saying? Time and the essence of the moment can outweigh you being able to analyze, you know, a situation in a moment. Like, time is ticking, so I get that. But whenever I'm able to take my time and do anything, that's what I'm gonna do, because that's when I'm able to show up as my best self and create my best work. And this is my baby. Like, I'm holding my baby. Like, it's crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I can't wait to continue sharing this process with y'all. Again, I had to come on here and update y'all, but I had to document it for me so I'm able to look back on this later on. And I want y'all to be encouraged to do the same. Like, we want to come over here and give value, and I say this all the time, but in giving value, you got to understand that your value, you taking the time to share your life experience, is valuable, and the right people will resonate with that. And whatever it is that you're sharing or expressing, you know, it can be one thing. That one thing gonna stand out to that person, and that hey, that's a seed you planted. So stick to being authentic and true to yourself and showing up as yourself and just sharing your life experience. That's what's so beautiful about YouTube. So beautiful. Follow your dreams. Don't worry about having all the answers ahead of time and everything all figured out. If God gave you the vision, you already have the victory. You just gotta put one foot in front of the other. God, I don't feel like, will keep downloading and giving and giving and giving when he's already done that. But we looking for him to give us the next answer when you ain't did nothing with the last answer. That's what I'm trying to go with that. God, what's next? What's next? He like, I told you to write the book 4 years ago. You stuck on feeling inadequate or not feeling like you're a writer for real. You know what I'm saying? You're not a real author. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, do what I told you to do, and you'll get the next step, and you'll get the next instruction. You'll get the next thing once you do that thing. So here we are, and I want y'all to be encouraged to do the same. You got this. You ain't here for just to be paying bills, going to work, paying bills, and die. Like that ain't life. There's so much more to that. And by default, us being creative, because our creator created us out of his image and from his image, creativity is in our nature. So be you and do you. Okay? Love y'all with the love of God wherever you're at. I hope you're having the most amazing day. Remember, it's up here. New views, new heights. Until next time. Peace.